how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome to Total War 1220. This is a mod for Attila Total War which goes ahead and brings the medieval era into the Attila Grand Campaign, which is awesome because there's a lot of mods out there, and I believe actually one of the modders who used to work on an older mod as well, which brought medieval era and kind of medieval 1212 units into the Age of Charlemagne campaign, but no one has gone as far as to bring it into the actual campaign, the full Grand Campaign. So it's great to see that modders are starting to work on this and create really cool scenarios. At the moment there are only 4 factions in the Grand Campaign, however he does plan on adding in 3 more very soon. So if you want to see me taking another playthrough after doing this kind of mini let's play, then do let me know in the comments down below and by dropping a like on the video as well. So at the moment we have Lithuania, we have the Teutonic Order, which is who we're going to be playing as today. I mean, just look at that picture, it is awesome. And then 2 Slav nations, one of Kievan and this one which I'm not even going to try and butcher and pronounce, but you know, these are more kind of eastern factions in the Russian periods, Russian areas of the map, which is great. And then obviously the modder has said that he's going to be adding in France, England and Scotland in very soon, I believe in a couple weeks, so I can't wait to see them. This mod goes ahead and uses some of the medieval 1212 units with some of his own units as well, so it's kind of like a assortment of both, which is really cool to see that they're not just relying on the modders work on 1212 AD, they're kind of using a bit of both. He also does something spectacular which not a lot of other mods do. He has gone ahead and imported buildings from Warhammer, as well as creating his own custom models for all the sieges. So when you jump into a castle siege, it actually feels like a castle, and it actually feels like you're fighting in a proper medieval period of history, which is really awesome. So we'll see all of that as we dive into the campaign. As I said, we're going to be playing as the Teutonic Order, and I'm planning on doing like 5 episodes of this series, just kind of like a small one, so we get a good feel of it. And I'll be sure to link everything down below in the description. At the moment, the mod is currently in a beta period, so I'm not sure how easy it is to get access to, but again, I will link it down below so you guys can check it out. So we do have custom traits as well, because, you know, the campaign I feel like has been quite developed, because he is just focusing on a set amount of factions as he's going through, which is really cool. So because we have this, again, I'm not going to butcher that German pronunciation whatsoever, but we get a nice little boost to our general radius, meaning our generals are pretty important. We get double replenishment when we, after taking on defeated troops, so after battle we can kind of take on enemy warriors, bring them into our creed and show them the ways. We also get better influence on our Christianity and our religion faction wide, basically spreading the culture of Christianity. That is going to be our eternal crusade. We also get a faction trait as well. We get the fury of our maker's hand, plus 10 morale when fighting against armies of other religions, as well as melee damage as well for every casualties we sustained in a unit. So when we lose units, our troops fight harder for Christ. Again, I love the way, because I feel like a lot of mods out there go ahead and just kind of stick these factions in and leave it, but this modder has gone through a lot of detail on making each of these factions feel really interesting and unique. So we'll stick it on very hard, because why not, and we'll just jump into it as the Teutonic Order. So again, I imagine, you know, these are just culture groups at the moment. What we saw, you know, the Christian culture group, we had some stats. So again, you know, you can get like stuff like Jerusalem and crusading factions, which come in and will probably fit in, you know, this culture group of the faction like the Teutonic Order, which is just great. I'm just really happy that we are in the Grand Campaign. There's so many more factions, because Age of Charlemagne is great, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of like similar cultures. There's a few like Eastern Slavs and stuff like that in it, and you know, a few like more Muslim countries in Spain and is North of Africa? No, the North of Africa isn't in Age of Charlemagne, I don't think. So yeah, you have like a few culture groups, however there's not really any huge expansions on them, so it's just really exciting to see the full campaign map in all its glory, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good battles in, some good sieges, and some exciting gameplay. As again, I feel like he spent a lot of time fleshing out these factions to make them feel unique and interesting, which is great. And hopefully they've been balanced as well, because I do know in 1212 AD that some of the factions maybe aren't as strong as they should be, because they're obviously still a very much work in progress. Okay, so we are in the campaign and ready to spread Christ to our neighbours, as we are surrounded by invade quite a few of our enemies straight away, starting off at war with the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. We're going to have to conquer them and push our culture southwards. I also really love the map as well. It's got kind of a nice medieval feel to it, which is really, really cool. And as you can see, just the sheer scale of things can be pretty crazy. Obviously, quite, you know, open areaed over as we go into Russia and stuff. But when we go more into Europe, the area is a lot more dense and there's a lot more buildings there. Also, imagine something like Thrones of Britannia with this mod would be so great, because I love the cities and towns in Thrones of Britannia. But anyway, that's enough of that. We'll just, you know, we'll talk about that in another video maybe. So we have our generals set up here. I believe this is currently my... because he's not a king, right, of the Teutonic Order. He's like the Grand Master. Yeah, Grand Master, I believe is what he's called. And he's got one army there, and we also have another army right there. I love the way that they've gone through the detail of changing these commanders, as well as changing the pictures. I feel like the pictures just really add a nice amount of immersion to the game. So making sure that these are in really does make it interesting. You can also see the cities as well. All have their own custom castles and stuff on the campaign map, which is really nice, along with all these different buildings as well. I believe all of these are custom made, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think these were in Age of Charlemagne. They could have been, but from what I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these are all custom made, somewhat anyway, to make them look very different, which is again really, really cool, just to keep on developing them and adding to them, which is nice. So we start off with 7 grand, which is quite nice. I think because we're at war, we're going to start off by just building up our forces before we do charge in. We have some good money, as we do have access to gems right here. So that's pretty decent. So yeah, let's start off by just building some men. And obviously in the early game, we're not going to be able to recruit a lot of elite units, but we basically just need men. So we can recruit 3 at a time. Can we recruit 3 at a time anywhere in either army, or is it just... yeah, it's just... okay, it's region recruitment. That's cool. We can definitely work with that. So let's build up our army here. And who's a better commander? He has better zeal. Actually, no, this is actually the better commander. But we want our faction leader to be good. So we're going to go ahead and give over 2 of these Knights of Christ over to our main unit. And I kind of like that we start off with some pretty good units here. You know, some decent plate armored units. Or at least some, yeah, some strong... they're still tier 1. But they're still going to be good. And I like that we start off with that. We will send this general back to our capital. We also could think about upgrading our barracks. I mean, it's 3 grand, but we have a lot of money. And this will give us access to some really good cavalry and some good archers as well. So we'll pick that up for sure. Looking at technology, so technology has been completely reworked and changed. As you can see, there's a lot more different techs you can work towards, and all their stats have been altered really nicely. So we'll just go for the recruitment cost. It'll take us 2 turns, and then we can kind of get better upkeep costs, which is really nice. I'm probably going to work towards that straight away. And then we can deal with more of the civic stuff when we need it. Because at the moment, our empire is pretty small, so we honestly don't really need a lot of civic tech to make it work. If we take a look at diplomacy as well, you can see we have a few good opportunities to trade with a few people. Serbia love us, probably because we're at war with the Lithuanians, maybe. Just treaties we've had before, which is kind of good. The Swedish kingdom like me as well, because we are of the same blood, which is nice. I really love that in Attila, kind of showing your own blood ties. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement with them. That'll help us out a bit, and we also help us discover a bit of Denmark as well. We can also arrange a marriage. I love Age of Charlemagne features. Being able to arrange marriages and stuff is really cool. Do the Polish want to be friends? Because, yeah, they do. Great. I wouldn't mind being somewhat friendly with the Polish. At least for now, you know, until we take out Lithuania and expand our borders. I think, like, you know, making trade with them is always good. And we can spread our Christianity to them a little bit later. There's going to be so many people in the Holy Roman Empire. So many different states. As you can see, Bohemia, etc. Good old... I wonder if Henry's there right now, waiting. We even have access to steel all the way over here. They don't want to trade with me. We could probably make them, but I'm not going to force them. Maybe if we ask for non-aggression as well. No, that's fine. You know, we're so far away that it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'm not going to, like, kind of focus too heavily on that. We're just going to jump into it, you know, and try our best. So public order is not great, our sanitation isn't great, but once we take out the 2 major provinces here, it should help us out. I mean, look at the walls as well for Lithuania on the castle map. Like, that is epic. And it's just such like a minor detail, but I feel like it adds so much immersion to the game. Just seeing, you know, a walled city like that with its proper, you know, castles and stuff, it looks really cool. And I'll try and take it this episode if we can achieve it. So we have a few generals. We also have this guy who is part of a just kind of... is he one of my sons? Or is he just someone in my council? We also have both my sons as well here. I guess I'll send my heir to be the governor for a bit. We can always change him, but for now, it's probably better that he focuses on governing the region and making it happy. That'd be pretty good. We can also do an edict here as well. So, yeah, again, these have all been changed as well. So we can do research rate, corruption, research rate and experience, as well as growth and construction. I kind of like the soldier training one. Could we get that experience for all provinces? Now, it won't affect these guys, but our next bunch we recruit, it will affect. So, we'll actually have just better units. They want a peace treaty. Yeah, look at that. Their strength rating is 51 and we're 27. Then they're willing to pay for it, which is nice to see. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a French campaign after this one, I think. Just kind of like a good 5-6 episodes of us invading Britain. And then maybe I'll do an English campaign as well. If you guys enjoy this and want to see more. I'm not planning on making these campaigns last for a long time or anything crazy like that. But I do want to make them interesting, you know, and exciting. So we will be focusing down. I guess we will start moving down south. Hopefully not running into any of the Lithuanian armies or anything. Because, again, the map, we're kind of, like, quite segregated in these huge areas in the you know, kind of open plains of Eastern Europe. Some cavalry wouldn't be bad. Again, I think I'm just going to pick up a couple more units of infantry. So we have 10. And then maybe some Teutonic archers would be good. Something like that. So we have 4 of them. And some archers like that. Yes, a couple units of archers is good enough for me. And then maybe just get some horses and then we'll probably push off. You know, not have a full 20 stack, but that'll be enough for me. Also, I want to check something. Am I on ultra unit scale? I'm not. I'm on large. Oh, that's kind of annoying, but oh well, we can change that. You know. Okay, so I actually went back and decided to go and ump up the unit scale because we can't be playing on 120 men. We want 160. We want these big-ass battles in the castle sieges and stuff like that, so that's what we'll go ahead and do. So, yeah, I did everything else the same. I just went ahead and restarted the campaign with on the ultra unit scale, so we have 160 men per army. So hopefully we'll have some big, you know, 8-10,000 men battles for sure. That would be really exciting. So again, our army is almost ready to go into Lithuanian territory. I think one more turn of recruitment is pretty cool. Also, something I noticed as well is mercenaries are quite important down here. You can see I can get my own faction mercenaries, some pretty high tier units. They're going to cost me a decent amount of money, but it's a nice way of just kind of mustering some elite warriors into the army. So we'll pick some up. And they're actually 160, wow, whereas these guys are only 80. I guess because these are like my starting units maybe, and I guess all of these other mercenaries have already been bought up by probably Lithuania, considering they are at quite a big disadvantage. So let's just get one more unit of infantry, and then probably some cavalry. You guys are shock cavalry, they're like shock cavalry, but I'll take them. So we'll pick up a few units of cavalry. And that'll give me 15 units. That'll probably be enough to break the ranks of Lithuania. I hope anyway. Because how big are the garrisons in this? I know that's going to be bigger. We don't want to obviously... Yeah, we don't do that. So, okay. I imagine the capital's going to be relatively big. But that should be okay. I'm sure we'll be able to defeat them. We've also got a nice little recruitment cost, which is great. But getting that upkeep cost, I think, is huge. Because that'll give us cheaper people. And then, yeah, both of these are really good if we can get them. I like that a lot. So let's end the turn once again. And just power through these, you know. Oh, God, there it is. They're lucky they didn't attack me, man. That's a lot of units right there. Oh, look at the Polish capital as well. The Polish capital looks so awesome. I dig that so much. I'm into that a lot. Oh, it's winter. So we're actually going to be taking attrition. I think we just fortify here because they can't pass us. And surely they'll be taking attrition. So if we just fortify, they have to attack us, right? And they've just got a lot of mercenaries. So they would have spent a lot of their money building that up. Whereas we got more of like a trained army. And they shouldn't be able just to walk past me. So let's just recruit. Let's just recruit a couple more men. Don't think we need more infantry. Maybe some pikemen would be good. Like to go on the flanks and maybe another unit of archers. I think that would be good. And we'll just hold the Lithuanian army right here. They can't pass us because our area of control covers this entire place. So we've kind of got them pinned in. We're losing a bit of money now due to just not having enough cash. But that should be fine. It shouldn't be a ton, especially with these guys recruited. We're going to be losing quite a lot, actually. Maybe just doing that. Staying at 17 would be good. Yeah, it's this heavy. The Knights of Christ are very expensive. But after we win a couple battles, obviously smash their army, we should be fine. Our barracks is almost built next turn as well, giving us access to some of our better cavalry. The Teutonic Knights, oh, they actually did come and attack me. Yeah, look at that mercenary army. They spent like their 7 grand at the beginning of the game just all on these mercenaries. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed they have catapults for mercenary onagers, but this infantry is trash. Our knights should cut them to pieces. So let's jump into our first battle and see what we can get done. I mean, again, we don't really outnumber them or anything, but, you know, I'm sure we'll do good. And I think I'm just going to push them and attack them. I'm not going to sit back and let them shoot me to pieces with that artillery piece, because we all know in Attila how effective the artillery can be if left alone. Oh, okay, this is awesome. I did not think that we'd be getting our own little fort. Is this like a traditional fort in Attila or not? I swear it's not, right? This is like a mini settlement. That's so cool. And we got the actual proper battle camps and all the tents everywhere. I think this is one of the things, like, he's re-changed up a lot of these battle camps and stuff. That's amazing. I dig this so much. And we got a bunch of, like, fireballs and stakes to stick down. Obviously, we are being fortified. I really, really like that. And we have the decision to push out if we want to, and I think we're going to. I don't think we have to sit back and just avoid them. So this actually does mean fortifying camps and stuff are actually pretty goddamn important and hard to break. Which it should be, you know. If I've spent, you know, days fortifying my position, it should be hard to take. So let's just situate our forces. I guess sticking more cavalry on this flank would be better, just because there's a lot more open ground. And then we have our own general as well. I imagine he himself will be quite a deadly warrior. Look at his knightly group. Oh, they are very, very elite. Compared to my other light shot cavalry, these guys are proper Teutonic knights. And I think what we're going to do is just literally march forward and try and take them out as quickly as possible. Yeah, there they are. So let's just push up at them. Obviously, where's my map gone? There it is as well. Cool.
Almost friendless. We shall win or perish by our own efforts as the gods will it. Good luck to us all.
God wills it. God wills it. That looks very cool. And obviously taking a look at our infantry as well. Just see my basic Teutonic knights. Nothing too special. Then the Warriors of Christ. Again, nothing like too crazy. These guys aren't like super high tier units. They are still tier 1. Obviously, they're probably better trained and stuff, but it's not like you're going to see them in full plate armor this early on in the game. Okay, the artillery is going to be coming in. Oh no, cavalry. What? I thought I told these guys to run. My bad. Yeah, that's not good. Cavalry move around the flank. We're also taking a bit of missile fire as well. Ideally, we want to try and send this dudes over as fast as we can to try and take out their artillery. I can't see a lot of it. Oh, they sent some units back there as well. They split their army up. The fools. Well, this is a perfect opportunity to take out. I guess because it is like a custom city, so, or like a fort, so they do want to try and take it out as quickly as possible. We also have access to shield wall as well. That's kind of a neat addition, giving us some extra bonuses. So let's just hold them forces there. Archers can just shoot there. You guys can just come flying in there. You guys can take out the artillery. The infantry lines, shield wall. Archers just shoot that cavalry. Yeah, shoot the cavalry as fast as you can. We'll change the flaming shot as well. They're forming up some cool formations. Then we'll send some infantry around the side to pour in. Cavalry doing a good job there. I guess if we can charge into these guys, that would be great. And we're going to rout their axemen without too much trouble. My knights are doing an okay job here against the lightly armoured axemen. I mean, they're obviously much better at speed than anything else. The archer fire trying to take care of these guys. I think I'm faster though, so I should be okay. We're losing our center is actually breaking due to their superior numbers. Let's send in our cavalry then. Yeah, the morale I imagine at the beginning of the game isn't too great. These are just fresh units, not even battle hardened. But throwing in these knights, I can't imagine there's going to be an easy way for them to even pierce my general's armor, especially when he has 160 men in his Grandmaster unit. Yeah, these guys are not too great, my basic infantry, but it's not like they should be, right? Oh, especially with the arrow fire, that obviously cannot be helping. I'm shooting in fire arrows into the battle. You're just never going to catch them, so just come back. You've dealt with the artillery, which was my biggest worry. Kind of devolves into quite a scrappy fight considering my center broke. But hopefully the Warriors of Christ can come in and helps us sturdy up that battle line, especially with the Grandmaster himself leading the charge into the flanks of the enemy warriors. So I guess what wouldn't be a bad idea is to come over here. Yeah, they're marching through my encampment, seeing that I left it. I mean, that's a great tactic. And I feel like it's something that happens quite a lot in battles, right? Like, the enemy kind of split up their forces, and then news doesn't reach them in time that, for example, that, you know, that I've left the camp and I've come round and attacked one of their armies. That's like a tactic that I feel like happened quite often in like, actual history. And you see stuff like that in Game of Thrones as well, you know? Because there's no telephones, they can't just ring up and be like, we're under attack. You know, they find out kind of when they do envelop the camp and attack themselves. So yeah, this is going to be a good battle. We did lose a decent amount of our front line already, if I'm honest, but we can reform now and just hope for the best. Yeah, reform. I imagine our soldiers are tired as well, which is never good. This cavalry can deal with it. Our Grandmaster ram them down. Shoot these guys as well. Oh, you guys are fighting? Oh, no, don't rout. Oh, the Mongol archers have done a great job at pinning me down here. I should now win in melee, but I mean, the Mongols have maces and stuff, so they'll be great at breaking this position down. Yeah, that was kind of frustrating. But I should have been paying attention over to that flank if I could have. You guys are running down all of that. Make sure these mercenaries pay. Archers fall back to the main battle line now. Don't want you guys to stay over. And our infantry can just get their rest back. You know, a lot of these soldiers are exhausted from fighting there. So let's retreat back and see what we can do. And just let these towers open up. Now, they've obviously got some good cavalry, a lot of Mongol mercenary cavalry, lancers, etc. And I don't really have any spearmen. But general right here as well, you can see him on horseback. Don't really have any way to deal with that, but I hope my best. Nice. I'm proud of this unit over here. Even though they are depleted, I guess, in melee, killing the bow cavalry isn't too difficult. Let's form up. Oh, God, these guys need to get back if they can. Infantry can push up a little bit. Thankfully, it's just a lot of bow cavalry. This is going to rout this unit for sure. Charging in the back, heavy cavalry. We're throwing in our own cavalry to try and counter that. And some extra swordsmen as well. Archers just continue to get back. Javelins coming in. If we can, let's form shield wall. Archers can retaliate. A lot of arrow fire as well. Because ideally, I don't want to have to commit my extra ranks, but I might have to. Our general also has his own rally ability, which is good. So these guys are in a good shield wall. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be pretty brutal. I love how we also have some men being killed by the javelins and stuff. We do have some cavalry over here. I guess we'll send it over. This is our general unit. 160 men in that general unit is just brutal. But I guess he is like the Grand Master after all, so what do you expect? Okay, now let's start sending in more reinforcements to the central flanks. Watch them clash against my shield wall. I mean, these guys just look like, you know, ill-trained peasants, so hopefully we will hold, but, you know, basic infantry just does not seem good at all. I mean, what is their morale? The morale is only 55, which honestly isn't a lot. It's not too bad, though. I guess losing casualties when they get tired, it really does come into effect. The archers just continue to shoot theirs. Where have their... Oh, quickly. Okay. Where's their general gone? The general's actually in combat right now. Nice. So if we can get our cavalry round here and then push our infantry in, we can probably deal with this. Now, their general's going to be a hard nut to crack just because he's obviously going to be a pretty high-tier dude. You know, obviously the finest armor. But if we can capture him in battle, then things can start to look up for us. The archer fire as well must be racking up kills. And I really love this, like, in a campaign, having that development. Like, at the start of the game, yeah, maybe your dudes don't end up just, you know, holding the line, you know. They are poorly armored. They're not exactly well-trained units. But by the end of the game, you know, they actually rack up a bit of some quality. They end up, you know, actually standing and, you know, being better trained soldiers, which is something I really dig. This unit is just so scary. Like, look at that. Compared to everyone else on the battlefield, these knights are where it's about. And And the good thing is as well, javelins, I mean, our archers have done their work as well. We'll tell them to hold fire. And yeah, it's just a matter of time until we wrap around. I mean, this army was never going to stand, really. It did some good jobs with their catapult in the early game, honestly. They managed to kill a lot of my soldiers and actually wrap my front line. But when it came down to it, it was just never going to be a match. That was an awful charge. You guys exhausted? Was that why that was such a bad charge? Somewhat, I guess. Yeah, the heavy cavalry is obviously not going to move fast when it's tired. Hopefully we can at least capture their general. Yeah, there he is. Bring him down. Bring him down. Yeah, envelop him. Take him down. He is... Oh, is that, yeah, it's not a general. Just kill him. There you go. We killed him as well right at the end. Not a bad battle as well, considering I think a lot of these battles will be based at like 20v20, at least going to like 40v40 stacks quite a lot of the time. As I imagine the AI will be spawning a lot of armies, just because that's how kind of Attila works. And there you go, you can really see it. The cavalry dominating the field, much like it does in proper battles, historical battles. The cavalry are the real killers, you know. And our infantry doing okay. I'm not going to complain, honestly. So we do actually get so much replenishment when we accept them into our ranks. I'm not going to do this all the time. However, in the early game, I think I am. Just because I'm not sure how much the AI is going to cheat. I kind of feel like taking on warriors is a bit cheesy, especially because our faction is really good at it. I don't know. I kind of feel a bit cheesy just taking on 28% replenishment. Seems mad to me. Oh, that's not good. Recruitment cost of mercenaries gone up. That's not good at all. But yeah, look at that. We basically just get all our armies back up to full strength, which can be a little bit ratty. Our general leveled up as well. He's actually a pretty good governor more than anything else, but unfortunately he's not a governor. So definitely get Wolf. That goes ahead and improves his commanding force, making it better. And I guess we'll just go down more of a commanding tree, right? Making it so that he's better in battle and stronger. I definitely really dig the way that Thrones of Britannia takes hold of the general upgrades. I think it's really nice. And just a great improvement. So maybe getting more zeal could be good. Because that gives us more missile damage and also melee damage for commanding unit. But we'll take this. This just gives our units a much better. Because it's commanding force and also morale as well. Which is obviously really, really important. So awesome, we actually went ahead and gained a nice little bonus there for our barracks being complete. So let's pick up some pikemen. We don't really have any money, to be fair. Maybe we do just push into enemy territory like this and just hope we can take the city. I guess mercenaries would be available as well if we needed them. Not a lot, but we definitely could. Maybe that's kind of expensive. Are any really cheap mercenaries out there? Not really. Yeah, look at the mercenary morale. It's not very good, but neither is mine, to be fair. I think we have to go aggressive here. And if we have to pick up mercenaries, we pick up mercenaries. Killing their army here and marching on their capital is something we're going to have to definitely do. Just securing that. Because it's going to be giving us so much money. And pushing us on. What's this? Oh, scout the terrain. Yeah, I wonder if, yeah, the majority of battles will probably be the same, right? But this is just a little bit different. Nice. Finished him off. Oh my god, we cut off his arm! Oh my god, we cut off his arm! I guess we'll take the money. Because we kind of need it.
Thirsty for battle.
As we kill the infidels, and we also leveled up again. No, the Legion leveled up. No, or the army. Legion, I've been playing too much Rome 2. Integrity. Not that we're losing integrity because we're winning battles. So I think we're going to just go down more of a military route, honestly. Versus Romans. I guess that needs to be changed. We're not how do we fight Romans? I don't know who is the Romans in this game. But I think definitely picking up these ones. Like having experience for other like units and stuff is really good. And then we just continue to march towards the capital, I guess.
Starting out.
Which is undefended. Obviously killing their army was huge. What's the garrison? Can we see that? The garrison's pretty bad at this point in the game. I imagine you can upgrade it when you upgrade these buildings here. Look how much better it gets as you continue to upgrade it. But we'll be fighting over this anyway. And again, as you guys saw, Lithuania isn't exactly a super strong country at the game. You know, it was power ranking 51. We're a bigger power ranking than them, so we're obviously going to, you know, dominate that. Denmark hate us as well. Why? Pacts with Poland and, I guess, Sweden. Yeah, they're neighbours, so... that's understandable. How's our general at home doing? slowly starting to keep the peace. I imagine the peace will be broken up very, very soon. I guess as well, can we stick... Do we have any more generals? I guess we'll stick him down here as a quartermaster, level him up. And then you're also in there, so we'll stick you in there as well. Give more money. I mean, no one else is anything, right? You can go in. What are you then? You're just a statesman, and you're just a statesman, whereas you're a governor. So why can't I move him in? I mean, you're my general, so we've got 2 generals, 2 statesmen, and a governor. That's fine. We honestly need to try and increase our control if we can. Actually, being at this stage is kind of nice with the extra public order and growth. It's obviously not great for your armies, but everything else is fine. Oh, we also leveled up over here as well. I guess we'll do that and just get more food, as you're more of a defensive general at the moment, so getting that additional food is kind of nice. They want peace again, I mean. Oh, did they lose this? Who did they lost this to Kiev. Oh, interesting. No, because I want that. That's part of my province. They did muster an army, but we can kill it way before. We could be really snide, as the AI seems dumb and hasn't put their army inside the city. We could attack the army outside the city and then bring out the garrison and kill it, but that's really cheesy, and I'm not going to do that. So we secured offices for all of these guys, which is good. I want to see the city as well, obviously. So we are going to do it. Wow, you can get a lot of siege towers. That is crazy how much of this you can pick up. Just from one turn. Oh, okay, so ladders are really cheap, but siege towers cost you a lot. I guess the siege towers do offer you a large amount of protection, right? Yeah, and battering rams. So, like, ladders are easy to make, but siege towers and battering rams, they're a bit costly. I really hope that army doesn't attack me because I want to see this siege. I might try and force it away. I might try and force it away. We'll see what happens, right? Because what I'm scared of happening is that army building troops and attacking me, and then us not being able to do this siege battle. Because I want to show you guys how cool the cities look. We also leveled up in our upkeep, which is going to help us out. We can pick up some better civic buildings now. Why not? Yeah, let's pick up some civic buildings now. That upkeep actually really helps us out going to the green again on our cash. So let's hope they just muster some units and don't attack me.
Tell us that we should offer you.
Yeah, they really don't. It's nice to see the AI trying their best to offer me money and, you know, attempt to survive because they're about to be annihilated. So, I mean, it'd be cooler if they maybe offered to become my vassal. Obviously, I wouldn't accept that. And I'm really glad that they didn't attack me. They're just still mustering soldiers, which is cool. So let's push in here. Have an okay garrison. The walls have been destroyed a little bit. I kind of like that you get to see siege escalation a lot quicker. So let's just jump in and I can show you guys how goddamn cool the cities look. Because their battlements and stuff, especially in the major ones, look awesome. Oh, is this going to be... Oh, this is going to be a wooden one, so it's not going to look as cool. The stone ones look really, really cool. Like the proper keeps and stuff look amazing. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be more wooden, as I guess it is more Eastern European, so there's a lot less kind of castles. I mean, there's still loads of castles out here, but I guess this just isn't one of them. Which is a shame, because the huge castles are amazing in this mod. So we'll have to maybe jump into a battle at some point so I can show you guys. I mean, I'm still going to look really cool here. We don't want to fight in fog. Definitely don't want to fight in fog. There we go. Nice dry day to massacre these people. I mean, even still, they look very, very cool. Like, all the way up here with the castle in the background. Unfortunately, you can't fight over this castle, but there's still a lot of, like, battlements and stuff where you can still mess around with. And you can actually get on these walls, I think, maybe. Again, like a moating. Like, they've done a really nice job at just creating a nice aesthetic feel to it. In the bigger cities, you can fight, like, in these buildings as well. They're not just, like, ornaments, which is cool. And obviously, the Warhammer 2 Empire buildings as well are kind of a nice medieval feel to them. So obviously, they don't look, you know, historically sound or, you know, like, this building wouldn't be able to stand, you know, 3 stories high like that with that small of a base. But, again, you just kind of got to roll with it more than anything else. So let's stick our ladders. God damn, we have a lot of ladders. Pretty much our entire army. Just don't need this much, honestly. We honestly don't need that much. So let's just take these ladders, like 3 ladders and some siege towers. That'll be enough to storm the walls. Have the battering ram make its way up as well. Again, you guys can just sit back there. It's fine. Obviously, we don't want the archers in the wall or on the siege tower. The archers can obviously roam forward a bit. Off your towers, please. Nice. Yeah, so the archers can move forward. Cavalry can sit back until the gate is destroyed. And then all our infantry can be the ones pushing up the towers, as well as the... We'll send this unit to go push up that. General can sit back ready to push forward, and that seems like a good plan. The rest of the infantry can just simply follow. Perfect. Again, we're not expecting much resistance.
Ants' nest of villainy is the last hiding place of our enemies. Beyond the hovels within those walls, they have nothing. After today, they will be forgotten.
Enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Onwards!
Onwards indeed. We should probably move up our archer force as well. Just get them a little bit further up. So where do their reinforcements come from? It doesn't really show me. So we'll have to keep an eye on that battle map, just in case they do roam in anywhere. As you can see, our siege towers making their way forward. I mean, they don't even have any towers on this side. I guess the siege escalation must have destroyed it. It's going to make my life a lot easier to push up. They have a few towers scattered around, but these ones have already been destroyed. So this is actually the perfect place to attack. I love as well, like, the fortified wall here as well with the terrain.
I want to see their heads on spikes within the hour. The enemy approaches.
Are they close to me? They are. They are actually really close. A lot of cavalry. That's fine. I can send out my cavalry to match them. I'm not worried about their horsemen whatsoever. This will be really good as well. And we'll send out our general. We'll go in wedge formation. Our general will come out and back our dudes up also. I'm a little bit scared of our archers obviously getting pinged away, but nothing we can't handle. And you come down here as well. You're a little bit slower obviously because you're such heavy cavalry. Reform a little bit please, just in case. Looks like one of their horses are going to get bound past me. But I'm going to go right in beside there. Oh, baby. That's wonderful. Okay, you guys come round then and hit their general there.
General is under attack.
Yeah, they're going for my... Oh, god damn. The AI is actually doing some smart stuff here. I mean, I'm just not playing, like, properly, you know. I mean, I am trying to play properly, but the AI is doing stuff I wasn't expecting them to do. Let's try and smash them as soon as possible. God, these are actually some... these are the mercenary cavalry, right? Yeah, a little bit stronger. Guys, come in and help us out. Let's get some good charges into the back. Our siege towers and stuff about to hit the walls. Yeah, these are some good Slavic horsemen. Very, very decent in combat. Our knights have just wrapped around this unit of horsemen and they're getting cut to pieces. Perfect. Let's look back on. We finally made our way up the towers. There's a few arrows sticking out of them as well. And now we're pushing over onto the walls. Good luck, boys. It's always very, very hard to smash the walls. But I'm sure we'll be able to do it. Oh, look at this. We actually do have a unit of pikemen. I forgot I recruited this. Pikemen looking very cool as well. Men in the siege tower. Battering ram up. Bring it down. Bring it down. Imagine being these Slavs and just seeing the battering ram coming in. That's awesome. Arrow fire coming in. Our infantry's done a good job here, actually. As well with our siege tower as well. Nice. Let's bring up our infantry, man. Archer fire still coming over as well. Pikemen making their way up. God damn, their cavalry is not dying. I mean, I'm happy that it's not dying because it's fun to have these much longer engagements than just units routing really quickly, you know. A good 20-minute battle is what I'm always looking for, you know. That's my ideal length, so the more of that we get to see, the better. Is that gate going to go down anytime quick? If we can... Oh, their javelins are there, though, as well. I ideally want to try and avoid fighting until we deal with them javelins. I'm actually going to push my archer force forward and try and take them out. Our infantry just seems so much superior to theirs at the moment. And we're still smashing down that gate. So let's bring up the rest of our boys here. Obviously, you guys are busy fighting that, but you guys can come up. Our archers are moving up to hit their their skirmishers back there, because them skirmishers will really do me a lot of damage. Is the gate down? The gate's taking a while to break down as well, which is good, because realistically, like, gates took a long time to break down, you know? Especially, like, the big ones, important ones. They were not an easy way to break through. The city siege fully erupting into battle. Our pikemen are here, but again, I'm trying to avoid throwing them in until these skirmishes are done for. Gate still being broken. More infantry turning up. Okay, their infantry is actually up here as well. We finally killed their cavalry, which is good. They have their general unit right here. I guess it's like their elite bodyguard at this tier. Yeah. Let's see how they like this, right? We'll send our general around. I mean, he's probably tired. Yeah, he's very tired. But let's just see how the charge that breaks the ranks very nicely, honestly. I mean, I know our horsemen are exhausted, but bring him round like that. Rest of the units are up here as well. We're slowly making our way through this. We need this gate to go down. I'm actually going to send up another unit here. And the archers are pushing back there. Do we have time? Their range must be kind of close to me. I just don't want to get annihilated by javelins, you know? Send up our more elite warriors now. Now that the walls have been semi-taken. We can send out reinforcements to help out. I mean, the battle is bloody up here. Wow, we just cut through their ranks. Yeah, you can see their javelins are pushing in on me. God damn, there's nothing much I can really do besides charge them, maybe. Horse been destroyed? Oh, yeah, nice. We've broken the gate. That's fine with me. Yeah, this is a bad choice of me to push up these. The javelins will just rip me apart because I'm pikeman. Let's just fall back for now until this infantry have made their way through the gate. Pikemen, just sit like there. That's fine. The infantry's never gonna beat me back, you know. The aggressive cavalry can probably just chill. You obviously got your energy back a little bit. So you come flying in there. General's proven his worth here. We just cluster this with a lot more of our knights. Our kites. Rest of our knights can move over. And you can just maybe take a little bit of a rest there. Yeah, them javelins. Oh my god, them javelins are slaughtering me. Let's send some infantry to scare them off so we can actually use the pikemen. Again, resting units is probably really important as well. We're getting hammered at the gate a bit by javelins, but let's keep on pushing. Ideally, what we need is some cavalry units inside here, yeah. Cavalry, your job is to come in here. Obviously, we'll take off the decoys and missile block. Take out these javelins, because our archers just aren't doing the job we need them to. I guess you guys come in here. Knights are coming in. Nice. Broken back general. Perfect. Now we can bring up our general here. He can get up here and have a little rest because he's exhausted. The gates are slowly being taken. Throwing these guys just to kind of warm them up a little bit. The cavalry is entering the city. Perfect. Yes. Run down these javelins. Make them regret the day they ever decided to try and stand. They should have just simply surrendered the city. Gate's been captured even though we destroyed it. The infantry is getting slaughtered now. I think it's just this one unit left remaining, and then we've claimed victory here today. Nice little expansion as well into our empire. You guys can hold fire. Yeah, just go finish off their javelins, please. And that should be it for the battle. Don't think they have anything left. Maybe they have a few units back in their base. I mean, they probably have their general unit, right? Which I guess we'll go and see. Yeah, but the general unit's probably all the way up here, defending this inner layer.
Enemy units have been rallied.
They are bringing some units back, but nothing of substance at all. But we're actually bringing me into a tower range, which isn't good. Need to avoid that. I guess, yeah, you guys just killed that. The infantry is making their way up the city. Yeah, there's their general as well. I guess we'll send some cavalry to go and deal with him. And also our general in here as well, why not? Nice charging in against the Lithuanian general. I always love the look of Lithuania. I really like their high-tier infantry. I think they definitely stand out with their special, like, kind of curved shields. We're pouring in everyone now, though. Our general should be in here very soon as well. Where's he at? Yeah, he's roaming up here as well. I mean, honestly, he probably should go the other way if he can. I mean, he's already up here now. You know, let's just pull through. We'll lose a lot of casualties doing this, but it's a very valuable tactic just to get around the ranks and kind of filter in. If you have large numbers and their formation can't stop you, this is much easier to do. And now we'll bring down their general. I'm actually going to just play this all on triple speed because the battle is pretty much over. And I want to show you guys at the end of the video. Maybe we'll play a couple more turns of the campaign in this part. And then I quickly want to jump out into custom battles and show you guys some of the cool castles that they do have in the game. Because they honestly are really, really nice to look at. And I can't wait until we hit a proper stone castle. And there should be Lithuania actually taken out as well. Took us a good year to do, as you can see right there. 4 turns, but we have secured it, so that's the most important thing. Now we have a lot of subjects, lots of options. I think honestly we're just going to occupy the city, as this will be a good stronghold for us in this area. Give us access to a lot more food, which I guess we want to repair. Also, obviously having more knights, I think. Oh, we actually have a decision. Oh, wait, is this a... Why can we get a market from this? That seems really strange, but I guess it's kind of just like our default, you know, it's like a central square which we then, militarize or unmilitarize. And you have a lot of like other buildings you can pick up from this, or you can just go straight down the military route. Yeah, like you get sergeants there and stuff. So what's the difference between this and the one we have? Because this unlocks like sergeants and stuff, and Knights Templar and stuff like that. But what's the difference between that and this one we have? So this is a barracks. Okay, this is a barracks giving us access to other units, whereas that's a field? No. Artisan? No. Common ground, maybe? I don't know, honestly. I mean, the building is probably just because this is a major city, so it's a little bit different. Again, we barely lost anyone during that. They only really had a garrison there, so nothing to worry about whatsoever. Let's pick this up as well. More melee attack for infantry force. And then probably getting this extra melee attack as well for cavalry would be very nice. Nice little thing to level ourselves up. We are worried, which isn't good, but we're also we're also this as well, which gives us more zeal. Going up to level 5 in zeal. We want our leader to be a very, very strong dude. So we'll repair all of this. Improve the castle. And now we're no longer at war with anyone. We can really decide who we want to fight with. We have some of the Ruskies over there to the east. We have the Polish. We also have Kievan, the Duchy of Kiev, which is going to be a hard person to fight, honestly, as they have a lot of territory down here. Then we can maybe push into Bohemia and Hungary. We could see what we could get done there. And just push in more into the other lands. Cool, let's go ahead and end the turn then so we can get our levels up. We killed the enemy leader in battle. Nothing too scary. And hopefully we have time just to rebuild our empire, kind of. Oh yeah, they are fighting the Polish. Oh my god. The Danish are taking no quarter. They are pushing on the Polish capital right now. I guess we picked the wrong side in this war because they come for me. That's not great. Oh, an illegitimate birth. Oh no. Good omens though. Public order. We're going to definitely need that considering, how much of a mess our place is. And we have to change up a few of these things as well. I guess just more. How's our fertility in the region? I believe we can take a look at this and then go to fertility. That's food. Oh, pretty decent actually. Base fertility is 2. It's not actually too bad considering we are kind of quite Eastern Europe into, Russian snow and stuff. So I think we'll just get them, but we don't need a lot of food, but I think I'm just going to kind of take a lot here. As producing food is always a good plan. And we're now getting public order here as well. We also picked up this as well, which is good. We can work on better farms, better religion buildings. Again, though, let's just pick up this. Get access to better boats and stuff. And continue to work on, obviously, we need this to get better infantry buildings. And unlock other stuff. Obviously, I want to probably take this as well. Recruitment cost is super cheap. When we do go to war with other factions, we're going to want to really pressure them. But repairing the walls is our #1 priority. So let's end the turn once more. See if anyone does want to start a little fight with us. I mean, I could probably be marrying into a few different countries as well. Oh, are they looting the Polish capital, or are they just going to raid it and then leave? Or are they going to conquer it? Because they do have a full stack. Their king is leading an army out there. So I'm very interested. We're making good money, though. We can definitely finish off this stack when we need to. You know, maybe recruit a couple more pikemen. Our infantry's still a bit trash, but we can get an extra... We can get some actually early Ritterbrüder, which is really good shot cavalry. Heavy shot cavalry. Of the early period, obviously. Still tier 1, but they're very good. And some Prussian archers, which are actually a lot cheaper. And what's their missile attack? They have less range of fire. It doesn't say their missile. Oh, missile damage. Missile damage is the same, they just have a shorter range. But they shoot a lot quicker. So this is like a cheaper alternative to my archers. I think what we're going to do though is going to get one more unit of infantry. And then probably one more, a unit of Ritterbrüder. Like, they're super expensive, but they look really cool. And then maybe just another couple units of infantry to finish out my roster. So we do have a nice 20 stack. We can conquer around. If we need to go places, we can go places. And scout out. So great, I'm going to go ahead and save the game there. Let's just go ahead and stick a nice little save in there. And then I want to jump out and show you guys one of the cool looking castles. Okay guys, so I've jumped into one of the more Romanized buildings. Obviously in Attila, a lot of the cities are like quite hard coded and it's hard to bring them in. But if you go more down south into where the Roman stone walls were, we get to see these really awesome medieval designs, which just look awesome. I mean, actually taking a look at the gate itself, seeing the portcullis and stuff, it's awesome, especially in this environment. There are also eastern buildings as well, which are a lot less, I guess, English era buildings. There's like a lot more eastern wood cabins and stuff. There are more of them areas on the map, which again add a lot of flavor, and hopefully as the mod gets more and more developed, these city environments just get more and more kind of packed with more realistic buildings and stuff, which is something I'm super looking forward to. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly show this off so you guys could see just how awesome these medieval eras look. I mean, look at that. Yeah, what a bunch of fools. The enemy charging in against the medieval gate. Oh, it just looks awesome, man. Look at that. And obviously you can get archers up here. You can stick men on the walls. And I'm just really excited. There's another big update coming, adding in England and stuff. So hopefully we'll see a bunch more custom models and buildings very soon. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see part 2, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.